All right. Biggest risers and biggest fallers. Your biggest riser, the Cleveland Browns. Ryan Wilson had a great point on Sunday Night Show.
Oh, wow. Can't wait to hear this.
I've used it several times since then. I was like, dude, Flacco is old as hell. He's getting, he goes, he's drafted a year before Matthew Stafford. I was like, oh, that's true. I think he's like a little bit older because Stafford left Georgia, Flacco is at Delaware for maybe a little bit longer, but it's a great point. I mean, he's not that old, right?
Plus, Flacco transferred from Pitt, remember?
Yeah, he transferred from Pitt to Delaware. Yeah.
You know why he had to transfer, Pete? Who's the quarterback he couldn't beat out?
Palco.
Tyler Palco. That's right.
Palco. Jesus, that's right.
Ryan had a first-round
Stafford, by the way, 35. Yeah,
there's still time. He can come back, Pete. It's early.
there's 3 years. There's 3 years. 3 years of difference between their age. But what do you make of Joe Flacco and this Browns team, Pete? I think one thing that I said on a radio hit yesterday, I can't remember where I was saying it, but I think it's interesting that Kevin Stefanski now having some real offensive success with a quarterback who's willing to play inside of his offense.
And look, Jacksonville's defense stinks, and we've seen that the last 2 weeks. So it's hard to gauge that. But Joe Flacco looks comfortable. He had good throws against the Rams when he played them a couple weeks ago. So yeah, look, Cleveland's going to be a playoff team. I think they're going to be in. I think they're the one team of all the grouping because of where their schedule is and the way their record is. They're going to get in.
Pete, let me ask you the total chaos question. This is a question that we all want to see this scenario play out. Joe Flacco leads the Browns to the Super Bowl. I don't care if they win or lose. They just get to the game. Who is Cleveland's quarterback next year?
Deshaun Watson.
What? You think Cleveland, who has never been to a Super Bowl,
how would
the fan base react if they got rid of their Super Bowl quarterback?
Accident. It would be the Nick Foles accident.
It's a great accident to have.
But Carson Wentz was playing at an MVP level.
The second time Flacco had that accident.
And Carson Wentz was playing at MVP level when Foles came in. Deshaun Watson was not. You think they would bench Flacco or get rid of him or whatever and give the ball back to Watson?
I do.
They're paying him all that money. I get that.
Divide civil war in Cleveland.
If Jake Browning somehow took the Bengals to the Super Bowl, what would they do with Joe Burrow? I mean,
the Steelers.
It's different because Joe Burrow has played at MVP level and has taken the team to a Super Bowl
and won it and threw for 340 in every game.
Good question.
What do you do with Joe Burrow?
Okay, well, that's a different scenario. But
I don't know.
Still Joe Burrow. I mean, it's
still
different because Burrow has been a proven quarterback in very recent history, unlike Deshaun Watson.
It's the same thing. I mean, I don't know.
It's not the same thing because Watson hasn't done anything in 2 years.
It's not the same thing because Burrow's better than Watson. I get it, but it is the same thing in terms of a franchise quarterback making a ton of money who's not playing.
And
right.
Well.
Should someone have come to Joe Flacco and been like, we'll give you $5 million a game for the final 4 games of the season just to get him off of Cleveland's roster?
No, the Jets should have signed him in week 1.
Or like the Jets should have had him.
Why wouldn't the Falcons or Vikings call him up right now and be like, dude, we'll give you as much money as you want. You name a price. Get over here.
All right.
Well, he doesn't want to leave. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's why you give him a blank check. You just say, look, we have $12 million, $20 million in cap space. We'll give it all to you. Come play for us.
I spent the last 3 weeks arguing with Brady Quinn that Josh Dobbs can't play, and he's defended him at every turn, and it's proven out he can't play.
He had a good run. He's a good run as a journeyman.
He can't play.
Oh, stop.
He can't play. Backup quarterbacks are backup quarterbacks 9 times out of 10, maybe 99 out of 100 for a reason.
What point did he make on HQ that I thought was a good point about the best quarterbacks play at a certain level, and then what happens with the rest? They're up and down.
You are who you are.
You are who you are. It always plays out that way. There are exceptions to the rule, Tom Brady being one of them, but most of the time you are what you are. And Jake Browning's been good the last 2 games. Well, now we have game number 3 coming, and usually in game number 4, they start showing who they really are. So we'll see.
But he's a bad team, so.